Hello. So, I'm sure some of you have been watching pieces of the news. Um, Things are starting to slowly happen. If you have an opportunity, I don't recommend to squeamish do it, but if you have an opportunity, you need to know about what's going on in Shanghai. They've shut down the city, one of the richest cities in the world. I mean, you got New York, you got L.A., you got you know Shanghai, you got Tokyo. I mean, this is a very big city, and people are screaming at night, starving in their homes because they were locked down, uh, throwing themselves out of high rises and killing themselves inside their houses and their buildings. You have the first possible chemical attack in Ukraine. Russia is getting very desperate. You have people throwing smoke grenades and shooting up people in in New York. You have forever riots on the West Coast. People are still rioting to this day. I've been mentioning over, well, pretty much since the start of this channel, to try to, not be a prepper, not go overboard, but to make sure that you have some stuff set aside. I think maybe now some people are starting to notice. I go into Walmart I've posted multiple videos of where food has been running short in Walmart. Then it gets restocked and it's gone again. All I can say is try to have at least, we got hurricane. Most of you guys who are listening to me, you're in Florida. We got hurricane starting, in less than a month. So, be very diligent and get yourself 2 months of food and water for you and your family. I don't promote gun use, but I would highly recommend that if you have at least one gun in the house, break it out, make sure it works, and maybe go up to the gun range and shoot a couple, at least one clip through it, so you remember what it feels like. I hope that the people I listen to who know a lot more than me, because for those of you who know me, I retain information very, very well. But it's not a time to panic. It's not a time to really stress about it. But I would, if it's in your budget, get some extra food and get some extra supplies. Make sure you have some candles. Basically, just pretend like we're going to have a really big hurricane this year. We may not, but let's pretend that we are. Okay, and I want to leave it at that. But there's a couple of cities here in America that are resorting back to 2020 and mass laws and everything else, which I don't understand why, but that's their cities. Luckily, for those of us in Florida, we are protected. And Governor DeSantis, you better not run for president because we need you here. So everybody says he'll make a good president. I'm sure he would, but he needs to keep his ass here and keep us protected because we are the last state that actually has a resemblance of freedom. So, but yeah, this is basically just make sure you're prepared for hurricanes and whatever else may come with hurricanes. But I went out yesterday and bought enough for me, and I'm gonna go out again and pick up some stuff for my mom, some extra waters, and try to get them set up a little bit. But I highly advise, if it's in your budget, not to go crazy, not to go overboard, but just while it's on the shelves. Most of you have been through a mild emergency. Look what happened to toilet paper. Look what happened to a wide variety of different things that during hurricane season, stuff flies off the shelf really quick. So be a little bit proactive and go ahead and get it now while it's on the shelves. Luckily, I this week has been good to me, and I have some extra income, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and use up some of that to, help out the ones close to me and help out myself. And that's all I want to talk about that particular subject for right now. I'll probably, as I hear things, but like I said, what's going on in Shanghai is deafening for those who are listening. If you are not faint of heart, you can go on YouTube. You can go on Twitch where they're live streaming people with their phones out the window, filming people jumping to their death and screaming in agony in the night because they're starving to death. The city has shut them down, and honestly, God, I hope that they find the courage and the I'm going to say audacity to go against the government and live their lives, because what is happening there it's sad. I mean, it's beyond sad. If it happened here, I would say I would be one of the first ones to say no, in whatever form that may take. Because it seems that there is a global effort to indoctrinate and enslave just about everybody on this planet right now. I mean, you've had Australia, which is damn near blacked out. You got, what's going on in Russia, Ukraine. You got the UK having gangs of bikers, robbing and stealing people. You have, which I've heard reports that it's starting to happen here now. And I'm not talking about the Harley riders. I'm talking a bunch of little pricks on scooters that are, you go through a crowd and just, steal stuff off of them and take off, and the cops can't chase you because a car can't go through the crowd and they can't run as fast as a scooter. I will say for the British, they make really good criminals. They come up with unique ways to do bad stuff. So I don't condone it, but I appreciate their uniqueness on crime. But yeah, just be ready for whatever hurricane may come, whatever the name of that hurricane. But let's pretend that we're going to have a hurricane. The worst thing that can happen is you can have food that sits on your shelf for 2 years and you slowly eat, or if you don't get to it, you donate it to a soup kitchen and you write it off as a tax benefit for donating extra food you didn't get to a soup kitchen on people who really needs it. So that's the worst thing that can happen, is you get a tax write-off, you help some people, and you don't get to eat some food. So I just got done at my mom's house. I'm going to upload this video. Got the truck loaded. I'm going out to the flea market every Wednesday. I'm going to be at Blanding Boulevard, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then tomorrow I'm going to go, I looked at a job and I'm going to help somebody out who got broken into. I'm going to fix their door and upgrade a couple things where hopefully they don't get broken into again. But they have a door that's unfortunately easily broken into, but I have something I might be able to help them out with on that. So, but I'm going to go Tuesday, go tomorrow, collect the money, order the product, have it delivered on Thursday, and then install it on Friday. So that's how I want to do jobs. If I got to wait months to get shit, I ain't doing it. I've already told quite a few people no. One lady had a sliding glass door, and I told her, I was like, if you want French doors, she said she don't need a screen, nothing. I said, well, let's do French doors. I don't want French doors. I want a sliding glass door. I was like, well, then go find someone else. So, unfortunately, if I ordered it now, it'd be end of August before I get the door, and I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in August. Although if the hurricane comes, I might just collect the money and keep it, and shit hits the fan. But all in all, things are going good. I'm starting to sell a lot of product now as far as getting things out of here. I've been averaging about 100 to 300 a day. I'd like to be averaging 300 a day every day, but it's a very slow process, and I've been going through a lot that's been keeping me away from just straight selling. but I'm devoting 2 hours a day to just posting, and then another hour of just answering random questions. So I'm actually trying to rent out some spaces on the back of my property through an app called Neighbor. So if you have some extra parking spaces, you can rent them out. So I got one guy that we're talking back and forth, but he only needs it for a week, and I threw out a number to him on it, that he's going to be camping down at Huguenot Park. So it's a little away from where he's at. Let's see what else. I went shopping today. I found a Calvin Klein shirt, like a little geometric design. Found some pretty cool clothes. Whenever I got done with that job this morning, went to a thrift store. Found some pretty cool shoes too. I think that's it. So yeah, I did go buy a couple of things, but I like shopping. That's all I can say. It's therapeutic for me. I regret it sometimes later, but now I don't regret it because I'm only buying the things that I'm absolutely going to use. And like I bought this, and as soon as my other shirt sweated through it, I put this one on. I think that's it though. On Craigslist is where I'm posting most of my stuff under Hippie Capitalist. I'm posting some on Facebook, but Facebook, they're real. I mean, they're trying to block me for saying the same thing, even though I got different pictures, different titles, and different things I'm selling at different prices. They're like, oh, you're repeating your ads because I put a couple of lines of, saying, hey, this is how I do business. I'm cash only, first come, first serve, stuff like that. And I just repeat it in every one. And they're saying, well, you're posting too many of the same thing. And I'm like, it's not even the same thing. I'm posting, a pair of gloves, a bicycle, and a hat. I mean, what the hell, But anyway, that's just me being pissed off at Facebook. So right now, Craigslist is my number one spot. My mom sells on eBay, and she's been dealing with a bunch of bullshit on there, which I think she has it taken care of. But, every time I think about doing eBay, it's like I hear the good stuff, but I hear a lot of bad too. So, and then here very, very shortly, I'm going to just commit to putting things on Poshmark. I've been collecting some boxes, and I'm going to see how to ship. Oh, I got to hook up my printer too. So my last printer fried, so I had to get a new cord, and I haven't even plugged it in since then. So I still don't know if it worked, but I bought a new cord for it. So I probably lost it. I got to figure out where that cord went, but yeah, I got to get something to print out labels, and I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, and well, behind you, but you can't see it. But I had that one shelf along the wall, and it had all the totes on it. Well, I cleared off all the totes. All the totes are empty, and I just got little piles of random stuff that I'm at a point now where I need to start getting some displays or some square boxes where I can say, okay, this is going to be all the jewelry, this is going to be all the watches, this is going to be all the sunglasses, this is going to be all the, miscellaneous tools. And I just got to start getting little plastic bins, and which I got them. They're all over the place, but I just got to commit to start making little bins and throwing things in there and saying, okay, this is $1, this is $2, this is $3, stuff like that. So, and today or tomorrow, I'm not expecting to sell out. This will be the first time that I'm going there, and I'm okay with bringing stuff back because I need stuff to put on the shelves here too. So I'm actually stuff I've already posted online, I'm taking out to the flea market. So if I sell it out there, I'll take it offline. If not, then. But I got people who's interested online, so if they message me, I'll say, hey, I'm at the flea market, come get it now. And I was hoping to have a garage sale this Friday, but something happened. Where all my storage units are at, they tore up the whole place and are repaving it, so it'll be Thursday before I even have a chance to get over there and get to it. So with everything going on, and I sold one of my in my last video I showed you I sold one of my displays, so now I just got this big open hole here. So, but it's all good. I'll figure out something to do temporarily until I can get to my shelves and get it all put back together. So, but it was a little, hey, it made me money. So, but I'm going to work on getting all these shelves, like where all the shelves are all bunched up real close together. I'm going to get all them opened up and get the spacing and get everything set up to where, where I like it. And I'm going to have it to where like one's going to be all the little totes like I was talking about. And basically it's little dish pans from Walmart. They clearanced them out like 4 or 5 years ago for $0.25 a piece. And I bought like 60 of them. So, because I knew I was going to use them eventually. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. And like I said, I don't want anybody to panic, but I cannot stress it enough. You should really get ready for a hurricane this year. Like, if it's in your budget, I'd be out tomorrow saying I like to eat this soup. And I'm not saying buy the crazy shit. I'm not talking about buying food that's going to last 100 years. I'm just going up. Look at the tuna fish. Look at the date. If it says 2024, 2025, that gives you 2 to 3 years to eat it. So buy 30 or 40 cans if it's in your budget. If you eat peanut butter and jelly and it don't expire for 2 years, maybe you want to get 8 or 10 packs of them. Like bread, eggs, milk. I understand that's something that's difficult to get, but and it expires quickly, so I wouldn't worry about hoarding that kind of stuff. But some flour, some yeast, which I don't bake, so I'm not going down that road. But if you know how to, cook up a little bit of bread or make some biscuits or something like that, that's not for you. But I'm going strictly protein and fat. That's it. So I figure I know where 2 bread manufacturing companies are where they actually make the bread, and I know where a distributor who actually literally drives a bread truck. So with that information, I could probably go knock on a door, flash a couple bucks, and get me some bread if I have to in an emergency where the power is out and because of a hurricane. But yeah, just whatever you think. I mean, get some bottled waters, get some gallons of water. Get your sodas or teas or whatever get some of. If you don't like water, get some little squirty things that make it flavorful. Get some Kool-Aid and some sugar. Just be prepared for a hurricane. So you see where I'm going with this. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Sorry to kind of be a downer on this one, but it's like, I watch a lot of live stream on Twitch, and I follow people who are not popular. They don't play video games. They're, but they sit there and they get information that are live streamed from people. It's not edited videos. This is 99% of the time it's live. You're seeing it as it happens. Okay, and it's not a dark time here in Florida, but it is a very dark time for a lot of people on this planet Earth. I mean, it's a very dark time. I mean, I'm actually, whenever I'm watching it, I got choked up because I've seen a lot of bad stuff and what's going on in, Ukraine and especially Ukraine's a war. I understand war. I'm fine with war. Okay, I don't agree with it, but I understand it, and it's something that 2 or 3 people way up in the food chain make hundreds and hundreds of thousands and millions of people suffer from, because 2 or 3 people sitting on a fucking chair way up there makes a goddamn decision, and millions of people suffer for it. Okay? Shouldn't happen that way. Period. So I understand war. I do not agree with it. But what is happening in Shanghai and in China is nothing to do with war. This is oppression and suffrage for no reason at all. Just because one person said, we have a zero COVID policy, and he shut down an entire city, locked people up in their homes, and then says, we'll get you food when we get around to it. So, and if for some reason this message gets to Shanghai, and someone over there speaks English and translate it, do not listen to these damn idiots. You have more power than you can imagine, especially the numbers that are over there. So, 3 people take one person, let's say they only have pitchforks over there. 3 people can take one person with a gun, and now you have a gun. Yeah. This is about to go down a dark road, but yeah, in my mind, I'm imagining if I was over there and just what I would do, and it wouldn't be nice. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, let's stop this while we're still a little bit ahead. But yeah. Peace, love, money. I'm out.